Going behind Odin Davenport.
Odin Davenport rallying. Could get it.
This is the splash.
And that's it, Jimmy. The time limit has expired.
And the 15-minute time limit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 15-minute time limit has expired. Therefore, this is a draw.
But we're not going to let the 15 minutes stop us from continuing this fight. Both men wanting to get the upper hand on their competitor.
I don't think these men care about a match anymore. They just want to hurt each other. Kevin Cantrell on the retreat. Odin standing in the ring, telling Kevin that it's not over.
I don't think it's going to be over till one man is no longer able to stand and fight. And they are continuing this fight on the outside and back into the locker room.
Introducing first, about to make his way to the ring.
Is it ref? Is it ref fighting? Hopefully not after the butt.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Blue Demon. And the Blue Demon's opponent about to make his way to the ring. Making his match debut, this is the man known only as Krusher.
Bone Crusher's been an intimidating presence in CCW for months, punishing superstar after superstar, and finally making his debut in the ring against the unlucky soul of the Blue Demon.
I don't know the soul behind the mask, Jimmy, but I think he has a death wish. He's on a suicide mission. Bone Crusher just been laying them out all over the place here in CCW, and now doing it in an official match.
Throws Blue Demon from corner to corner. Bone Crusher is an absolute powerhouse and eats the drop kick like it was nothing.
Blue Demon was trying to get some offense. Didn't help him too much. Bone Crusher just throwing him all over the ring.
If anything, that might have made Bone Crusher angrier.
I'm beginning to think this is just a light exercise, a warm-up for Bone Crusher. There's very few men on the roster that can match him in power and strength.
And there's the vertebreaker! Bone Crusher making short work in his CCW in-ring
And
debut.
that's it, Jimmy.
Bone Crusher is a dangerous man.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher looking to continue to attack the Blue Demon.
Take his mask off for the audience.
Enough is enough, and here comes
Wait.
Bryce Maddox.
Bryce Maddox.
We've seen Bone Crusher lay out Bryce Maddox once before, but this time Bryce Maddox looking to get his hands on Bone Crusher and does so.
Irish whipping him into the rope. Beautiful clothesline from the world champion.
But Bone Crusher gets right back to his feet. Bryce Maddox doing what he can to put away Bone Crusher, The ring just moved off that Irish whip, and he flies in.
The world champion just throwing every move in his arsenal on Bone Crusher. Can't say Bone Crusher doesn't deserve this.
I don't think we've ever seen Bone Crusher. Oh my God, the athleticism out of the big man. Sends Maddox into the corner. Oh God, this is a scary situation for Maddox. Oh God, all of his weight crashing into the machine.
Jimmy, I can't remember the last time I've seen someone do this to the machine, Bryce Maddox.
And once again, Bryce Maddox might be out. The Bone Crusher is a scary, scary man.
There's been many men that have went toe-to-toe with the machine, but no one has been able to manhandle him like this.
The machine able to get out of the vertebra breaker, hits the drop kick. And the machine fires back against Bone Crusher.
But you see a look of confusion on Machine's face. Bone Crusher eating all that and shaking it off.
And it just gets right back up.
Jimmy, for the first time, I think the Machine has met somebody that power alone won't be enough to beat.
And the Machine using every move he has in his arsenal. And the Bone Crusher just shakes it off.
What a debut here at Stomping Ground Studios. Gets a win over the Blue Demon and just eats everything the Machine had and just shakes it off like it was just weighing on his shoulders.
We don't do the ball here at CCW. Krusher, you want it. You know where the fire is.
Bryce Maddox saying to the camera, if you want it, you know where to find me. Jimmy, I believe that's his way of issuing a challenge.
But is this a challenge he can overcome?
Jimmy, I just don't have the answer at this point.
Kevin Cantrell, you have been a thorn in my side since I got to CCW. You've taken everything that I wanted. You've taken title opportunities from me. You sneak me every chance you get because you're not good enough to beat me one-on-one. You're not good enough to face me man-to-man without doing something sneaky to get your way. But that's okay, Kevin. That's okay, because Daddy's coming for you. I have had it with your antics. I've had it with you running out of here every chance you get. So the next time I get my hands on you, I'm going to make sure that there are no rules. I'm going to make sure there's no time limit. And I'm going to make sure that I just pound you into the mat like the good little boy that you are. The next time you want it, I'll be there to give it to you, because I'm sick and tired of you.
I have an update on the condition of the Sicilian Cowboy, Joe Fenari. At Stampede 32, Fenari had a fireball thrown into him by the Brotherhood and Chris Turner. But we are pleased to announce that there were no serious burns to Fenari. However, it did burn the retina of his eye, and we will hopefully get more updates for you as they come about. Our next match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, about to make his way to the ring.
Are you ready? Let's go!
He is the authentic one, Brien. And the authentic one's opponent, about to make his way to the ring. Representing the Brotherhood, this is the man,
and Jimmy here at Stomping Ground Studios, a rematch of sorts from Stampede 32. It was Joe Fenari and Brien Adam that challenged Havoc and Chris Turner for those tag team titles. Chris Turner threw a fireball at Joe Fenari, so Joe Fenari out of action right now. So Brien Adam going to go one-on-one against Havoc.
And revenge has to be on the mind of Brien Adam after seeing the despicable actions of the Brotherhood sideline his tag team partner and best friend, the Sicilian Cowboy, Joe Fenari.
And we may also...
Do not touch this thing.
And we may mention that due to throwing a fireball, which is a very illegal foreign object here in CCW, Chris Turner was barred from in-ring competition. Now Chris Turner found a loophole and went out and got a manager's license, so now managing and in the corner of Havoc. Brien Adam, you know, normally a jovial spirit in the ring, but you see just a very serious and somber look on his face.
Staring daggers through the turncoat right there.
Well, he better be keeping his eye on his opponent, Havoc. A fine physical specimen in his own right. And I think Havoc wants a little pose here. Both men very proud of their physiques. Brien Adam uses his for good. Havoc, not so much.
Havoc, the powerhouse and the brute of the Brotherhood.
But add to that, he has the devious mind of Chris Turner whispering strategies in his ear, and I tell you, it's a deadly combination, and Brien Adam has his work cut out for him here. Both men locking up now with a test of strength. I'd say they're about evenly matched in the power department, Jimmy.
Yeah, Brien Adam trying to slowly push Havoc back into the corner. Being slow work, both men, like you said, evenly matched in strength. It is power versus power in this match. Able to finally get him into the corner. But not letting up a clean break. Havoc slapping. But running now from Brien Adam. He's involved in nearly blinding Brien Adam's best friend, and now won't even face him face to face.
Havoc playing mind games with Brien Adam. Brien Adam normally has a cool head, but you know, that anger, that hate, it can cloud you, and you know, you just go in on offense and you don't think in the strategy. Havoc can use that to his advantage here if it continues to cloud Brian's mind. Irate now. Misses. Oh!
And
turnabout's fair play, eye for an eye.
Yeah, what Havoc does, Brien says, I can do that, but a little bit better.
Now, we should mention that normally Brien wouldn't do something like that, but I think we can excuse it right here, Jimmy.
It may have hopefully slapped some sense into Havoc.
I think he knocked a few hairs out of his beard.
Hey, Havoc needs to check if all his teeth are still there. My goodness, what a slap.
Irish whipping him into the ropes. Leapfrog now. Beautiful hip toss. Arm drag now.
And a drop kick connects. Brien Adams firing on all cylinders. Nearly got the revenge he wanted on Havoc. Once again, Havoc rolling to the outside. Running from Brien Adam. Anytime Adam gets the advantage.
Chris Turner accusing Brien Adam of pulling the hair. Brien Adam did not pull the hair.
And no matter how angry Brien Adam might get, the authentic one always plays by the rules.
And it is that good sportsmanship and adherence to the rules that has just led him to become a fan favorite here in CCW. Wanting to get a victory on behalf of his partner, Joe Fenari.
And he still wants revenge of his own. You have to remember that the Brotherhood also hospitalized Brien Adam with a ruptured spleen with an attack here at Stomping Ground Studios several months back. Now Fenari's the one in the hospital.
Both men locking up again. Havoc with a beautiful scoop slam.
Now squeezing the life out of Brien Adam with that choke, using every bit of the referee's 5 count before letting go. Havoc's offense, often not pretty, but it is effective.
Chris Turner just cheering his protege on from the outside. And you see the double tactics of the
And
Brotherhood.
Chris Turner using every chance he can to pounce.
Havoc pushing him to the outside there where Chris Turner could lay a few extra strikes in.
Havoc can't do it on his own. He needs Chris Turner to do it for him. Until Brien Adam kicks out.
And that is sad, Jimmy, because a man that with the athletic ability and gifts of Havoc can do stuff on his own. He doesn't need Chris Turner. But Chris Turner's going to latch on anyways. Irish whipping Brien Adam into the corner. Now just going to lay in those shoulders into the abdomen of Brien Adam.
And an evil smile etched across the face of Havoc after he connected with that first shoulder.
Havoc is happiest when he's, causing havoc on the anatomy of another human being. Laying a strike in on the head there. Another strike.
And whatever plans of revenge the Authentic One Brien Adam had are starting to fade as his headband comes flying off with these right hands out of Havoc.
Referee telling him to watch the closed fist.
Raking the eye. The Brotherhood trying to blind Brien Adam like they tried to blind Joe Finari.
Havoc just using the ring as his weapon there. Has to the count of 5. Wait until 4.5 to break. Taking a moment to pose for the camera. Not only does he has a blatant disregard for the rules, he's a narcissist too.
I think that's why he fits right in with Chris Turner and the Brotherhood, thinking about nobody other than themselves.
Just once again ignoring the referees there until the very last second. And once again distracts the referee so the turncoat Chris Turner can get a little extra damage there on Brien Adam. Brien Adam having to fight a two-front war. Normally he has Joe Finari to watch his back. Not the case this time.
Yeah, can we get a straight-up one-on-one match ever out of the Brotherhood?
You fight one, you fight them all. Even if it doesn't say that on the match card.
Brien Adam able to evade, sends Havoc over, charges it up and over, snaps Havoc. So getting it in position.
Brien Adam going to the high rent district.
The Authentic elbow connects.
Right there, square in the middle of in the chest of Havoc. No! A kick out at 2. Chris Turner was going to try to rush in and help out his protege. His protege able to break the pinfall on his own.
Brien Adam has been one of the most impressive newcomers in recent memory to CCW. Quickly got the crowd behind him.
Almost won Rookie of the Year, losing it ironically to his partner, Joe Finari. Joe Finari, who doesn't have serious injuries, but is still out at the moment thanks to that fireball. Asking for a timeout. There are no timeouts here in professional wrestling.
And Brien Adam focusing his attack now on the knee. That's where Havoc generates a lot of his powers through his legs. If you can neutralize that, you can neutralize a big part of his game.
Havoc going into the embrace of Chris Turner there. Chris Turner rubbing the shoulders. They're trying to get the fatigue out, whispering in a few strategies.
And once again, once Brien Adam gets in control, Havoc makes a run for it. He does not want to face Brien Adam one-on-one with the rage that the Authentic One is in after Stampede 32.
But the Authentic One needs to be careful. When you're angry, when hate is clouding your eyes, you're not always thinking straight. And if he doesn't adhere to a strategy very carefully, Havoc can capitalize. Case in point right here. Just planting his face firmly into the mat.
Adam able to keep this match alive. And now Adam locked into the bear hug. Havoc squeezing the breath out of the Authentic One. Havoc telling the Authentic One to give up. He might not have to give up. He might be lights out.
Referee checking the arm. If it drops 3 times, it's over. Dropped once. dropped twice.
If it's one more, this match is ended.
No!
No! Trying to do what he can to break free of the hold. He does so. Sends Havoc to the mat. And the Authentic One going for the sharpshooter. Has it locked in, but Chris Turner gets himself involved once again. And it continues to do damage to Brien Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification, Brien Adams.
And Chris Turner continuing to punish Brien Adams, and the Brotherhood have the numbers and are ganging up on the Authentic One.
The referee calling for some help from the back.
And here comes Joe Finari!
Joe Finari is here!
The Sicilian Cowboy! Laying get the fist to Chris Turner! Laying it right hand after right hand!
Joe Finari trying to get some revenge on that fireball.
Oh!
Joe Finari knocking out the referee. Joe Finari not realizing what he's done.
Joe Finari had rage in his eyes, was firing on everything he could see, accidentally struck our referee, Mike.
Chris Turner and Havoc, like snakes in the grass, striking and slithering away. Joe Finari was so concentrated on Chris Turner, he didn't see the referee there, and he struck an official. Ooh, that's going to have consequences.
Cowboy, you